Hey guys, welcome to this week's Survivor Chat.
It's episode 13.
It's the second to last episode of the season.
Oh my god, that's got me feeling some type of way.
I know. Last time, Jason went home, even though that's not what King Ty wanted.
Well, Ty was shocked, and he blamed Aubrey for keeping him out of the loop.
Not only was he the only person who voted to get rid of Michelle, but he wasted his advantage on that.
Well, they get into this whole discussion after they get back from Tribal, and Michelle kind of calls him out as a flipper.
Well, Ty was all like, why didn't anybody tell me? And Michelle's like, why didn't you stick with our alliance?
Yeah. So Ty really doesn't know moving forward if he can trust Joe and Aubrey.
Aubrey's realizing, I might have messed up here. I probably should have told Ty what we were going to do because now she's lost his trust.
Yeah. Well, let's get right to the reward challenge. It's a race in the jungle to get sandbags, and then you have to take the bag of sandbags and toss each one into like a little hole. Like it's cornhole, but it's beach cornhole.
Right. So once you use up a bag, it's not like you go and get all those sandbags back that you missed.
There's 3 available bags. I think of like 5 each?
I think so.
And once you use up all your bags, you have to wait for...
Was it only 3 or was it 5?
It was 3.
I want to say it was 5.
No, it wasn't.
I don't know.
It was not.
Okay.
It was 3 of 5.
Okay.
And once you use them up, you have to wait until everybody uses them up. And
then they reset,
right,
if necessary.
All right.
This was a big reward.
It was, because it was for the Survivor Spa.
Oh, love it. Obviously, they get to bathe. They get a massage.
They get food.
And
cheesecake.
Yeah, and they're spending the night there in a real bed. Wouldn't it be crazy if the reward for a challenge was just you get to use a real toilet?
That would be nice.
And not the ocean.
Or wherever you go.
I'm assuming toilets are included on these rewards, but then again, you never know.
I would hope.
You never know.
I hope they at least give him like a honey bucket or something.
I don't know.
Well, Joe was dead last. Shocker.
He really fell behind in the whole running into the jungle part. So Aubrey and Sydney were the first ones to run out of sandbags, and then eventually...
They were neck and neck, but everybody ended up using them up.
Yeah, Ty and Michelle did as well. So they were all waiting on him. I was like, Joe, take your time. Nobody can do anything anyway, so just like friggin' walk.
Joe was so slow. He used up his first bag. He was just starting to use the second bag when everybody used theirs up. Didn't get it on the second bag,
right,
and then had to go back for the third bag. Everybody's like dancing around or whatever.
Hey, it's a great break, And I'm sure they were all exhausted.
Joe gets back, and I think with the last bag, he had to get like 2 in.
2 or 3, yeah.
Yeah. So
it came down to the last 2 sandbags.
2 sandbags. He made it on the last bag.
Oh my god!
That was absolutely insane. We all screamed.
It was crazy.
It was crazy.
It was a total underdog moment. It was just like last week when Sydney was slow and steady.
Right.
It was crazy.
So Joe's got to choose some people to go with him.
Yeah, so Jeff was like, well, we can't let you go on this by yourself.
So he chose Aubrey, of course, because that's his ride or die.
They've been working together this whole time, and it's no secret. And
then for the other person...
He let Aubrey choose.
Yeah, she chose Sydney. That was kind of a dumb move, I thought.
I don't know.
I thought she should have chosen Ty.
I don't know. But then Sydney would have gotten really upset, I think. You know what? At this point, you're going to upset people no matter what you do.
It's true.
So at the reward, they're having the beautiful spa food, the wraps.
Decorated with flowers.
Kebabs.
And
yeah.
Joe was really enjoying some beef. I guess satay
kebabs,
or yeah.
He's like, this beef is amazing. Like, this is the best I've ever had.
And of course, meanwhile, at the feast, they make a final 3 deal because that's what you do when you go on a reward.
So Joe, Aubrey, and Sydney, they're like, final 3, final 3.
Joe's giving her the real hard sell, like, we're not a threat. We just wanted to we're just happy to make it to the end, and...
Maybe you, Joe. I don't know about the others.
Aubrey freaking, a light bulb goes off in her head, and she's like,
Wait a minute.
Sydney's a big threat.
Yeah.
What am I doing?
Where have you been?
Why am I making a Final 3 deal with such a big threat? I don't think I would win against her.
All right, well, back at camp, we've got Michelle and Ty all alone hanging out. So they're like really awkward at first because Ty tried to get rid of her.
Yeah, but you know what? They have to hang out for 24 hours, so they're going to make the best of it.
Right.
So they start chatting it up.
They're like, ooh, we're going to have our own Survivor Spa.
Yeah, and Michelle asked Ty to give him a massage, or I can't remember, did Ty offer?
I think he offered, yeah.
She got a real high-class Thai massage.
A Thai massage from
Pun
Ty.
intended. Mark the chicken
He
came
looked like he
over
really knew what he was doing. Yeah, I love when Mark came over. That was amazing.
He's like, hey, what's going on over here?
Yeah, it looks good.
So then...
They were like, maybe we should work together because nobody would expect it, and we're kind of both at the bottom of this group right now. So
they talk through a couple scenarios, and they come up with the bottom alliance.
All right.
All right, so Sydney, Aubrey, and Joe return. And now Aubrey has come to her senses because she realizes what a threat Sydney is.
She's like, crap, I gotta get back on good terms with Ty. So they're getting water and stuff. Aubrey is like spilling out her guts to Ty, and Ty cannot take it.
Ty is crying his eyes out.
He has a breakdown. He's just like, he's got this soft spot for Aubrey. We've seen this before earlier in the season with Ty and Aubrey.
Gee, I wonder why Michelle called Ty a flipper.
It looks like Ty is just gonna be like, oh, sorry, Michelle, I'm back with Aubrey. Sorry about that.
All right.
I was just kidding earlier.
They come back walking into camp with all that afterglow on them, and Sydney is like,
what the hell is this?
Something special's going on.
They're talking all comfortable, like allies.
Yep.
No.
So she decides, you know what? I'm gonna be in an alliance with Michelle, maybe?
Michelle and Sydney, they've worked together in the past, you know?
Mm-hmm.
They could do it again.
Well,
stir some stuff up.
Sydney knew something was going to happen to Joe.
I said that too. I was like, you sure you want to be eating all that meat?
It's too much meat. It made him constipated.
That made his prostate act up.
Because the bulge of meat in his colon was blocking his prostate. Like his, you know.
It's all in there.
His urine stream.
I'm not a doctor, but it's all up in there.
So he's like, I think I'm going to have the medic come check me out.
He can't go to the bathroom. He's in a lot of pain.
He can't do 1 or 2.
So they try to fix it up with some medicine first.
Did they give him a laxative, or was there something else?
I have no idea.
It's like a freaking ton of bricks in there, though. He's in a lot of pain.
And it's not working. So the medic comes back with Jeff, and you know when Jeff is there, it's probably not good.
No. So they talk it over with Joe. I was waiting for them to pull the freaking catheter out. And they pull him from the game because if that poison in the urine backs up into kidneys, it's going to do probably mostly irreversible, but definitely long-term damage in his kidneys that he'll never get back.
Yeah, so the medic was like,
it'd be hard for him to get back.
We gotta get you out of here. So they took Joe out of the game.
Again. First Neil, now Joe.
I felt bad for Joe.
Yeah, I felt bad.
Sucks.
But you know what?
Especially to be so close to the end.
Joe kicked some ass. He really did.
I think Joe definitely would have made it to the end too. I don't know if he would have had a chance at winning.
71, hashtag.
But at least he had his moment with that competition to go out on.
Yeah, he went out on a high, kind of.
What are the chances that he caused his own?
I know.
By just
terrible.
Eating all that food at the reward.
No,
if he didn't do that, he probably would have.
See, I didn't realize that it was going to be his prostate. I thought all that meat was just going to make him feel terrible.
Yeah, I thought he was just going to be crapping his
brains out.
Yeah.
All right, so next week is the finale. They're keeping it on a Wednesday like they did for the last, couple seasons?
It's been a while, yeah.
And
it's going to be crazy.
It's going to be anybody's game because, there's no more idols or anything, and all the alliances are up in the air. I mean,
I think pretty much everybody left too has a really good argument.
Yeah.
So it's going to be good.
Better set aside 3 hours. Make it actually more, because you're going to want to check us out too, right?
Yeah.
All right. Let us know what you guys think in the comments. And until the finale, much love.
Edit.